It is so good to be back. It is such a good day to be out, and I am glad it is the day I am kicking off the PNW Grand Tour. You might be like, hey, PoppedBit, what the heck is the PNW Grand Tour? Well, that's what I'm about to tell you. So the PNW Grand Tour is an event that runs from April 1st all the way till October 31st, and it consists of a series of 33 stops all over the PNW that you're supposed to do. There are 8 each in Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. And then there's 3 in Montana, California, and new this year is British Columbia, Canada. And the idea is you're supposed to go out, have adventures, and to get credit for visiting the stops, you take a picture with your bike and a flag that's been provided to you that has like your race number and stuff on it. Kind of just like a proof of, hey, I've been here. You send it to the email and then you get credit for it. And then you either become a finisher, or if you do a whole bunch, you become a grand finisher. And so to be a finisher, there's kind of 2 options. You can either A, visit all 8 stops in a state, which there's only 3 states you can do that in, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and you're a finisher. Or if you can't do that, you can do 12 stops anywhere, which is probably what I'm going to be shooting for this year, because I'm going to be taking a jaunt into Western Oregon this fall, and I think that'll be a bigger opportunity than, say, trying to do, like all 8 in Idaho, because like northern Idaho is freaking far. Idaho is a very long state. Like, what's the BDR, like 9 sections? It's not short. It's the same height as Washington and Oregon put together. So that's my plan, is to try to knock out 12 of these. And then to be a grand finisher, you have to get 30 stops. And I think probably, I'd have to look, but in the past, I think it had been just like all stops. But with the addition of like the Canadian stops, I think they decided that they didn't want to exclude anybody maybe that, might not be able to go to Canada. I don't know. Like felons, right? You can't disenfranchise the felons. So that's what we're out here doing. My very first stop is in Idaho City. We need to snap a picture of the bike and the flag in front of the Veterans Memorial there. So I've got the GPS coordinates all plugged in. It looks like I can't miss it. The website's really cool. They have like a document and stuff that has pictures and examples of all the things you're supposed to be taking a picture in front of your bike in front of. So you can't screw it up. One thing they do recommend is that you download the PDF or print it out ahead of time, because some of the spots don't have GPS coordinates. So something to keep in mind. So if you're interested in doing it, I think you could still sign up. The registration button as of this morning still worked, I think. And you'll get your flag in the mail, I don't know, whenever. And then you can start yourself. So you got all year. I'm a couple weeks behind, and this is going to be my first one. And I know within the first week, there was a few people that I think they did all of Washington and were finishers. So I think that's pretty cool that people were super excited about it. I don't have time to do that, but I'll have some long weekends to knock out some pieces, and we'll see, what I can do. There's a couple spots that are kind of close, but I'm not going to go to the Magic Mountain ski resort side and take a picture right now. There's going to be snow probably, so that'll be a June trip. So this turn right here is actually the turn I usually take to go to all my awesome camping spots out there. So there's a little window into where I go. Lucky Peak Reservoir. One time I had somebody in the comments hounding me about it. You're not going to say where you were? Okay. And I was like, yeah. Because if you advertise these spots, they become shitty spots. Like, everybody knows that. Why would I do that? You gotta gatekeep a little bit if you got a good spot, or else it just stops being a good spot. Oh man. Tunnel. I haven't seen one of these in Idaho before, but back in Washington we would have these in some spots. They're actually like wildlife overpasses for you know, they've determined that the highway here is affecting like the ecosystem and migration patterns, and so they provide basically a bridge for animals to cross the road safely. I imagine they've had a lot of like deer problems, especially with the water down there. I bet you animals trying to get to the water source have caused some accidents and have been hit. So that's kind of cool to see that. It looked kind of new looking. So if you're wondering what the heck that was for, it's for Bambi. Just far enough from town where you would never need to worry about getting supplies, but... Oh, what is this? Historical site. Wildlife on roadway, exactly. We just invented a new rule. If we see a historical site, we have to stop and look at it. This is supposed to be an adventure. It's supposed to be fun. We're gonna stop for a second. It's not a freaking race like it always seems to be with me. We're on the old toll road, or the old toll road is down there. I think we're on it. I can't tell. Anyway, so Idaho City crossed the ridge from Boise through the lowest point you could see in the skyline across the valley. Climbing the Moores Creek Canyon wall, it crossed this highway about here and swung north. The road was built and stage service began in 1864 when Idaho City was the largest town in the Pacific Northwest. Even though the road was shorter than today's highway, it was a long, hard day's trip from Boise to Idaho City. A stage from this run is in the State Museum in Boise. Interesting. Yep. New rule. Every time we see one of these, we have to stop and read it, because we're going to learn something today. You're going to learn today. Didn't think you'd get that, did you? Alright. Back on the open road. Do you need a cure for modern living? I don't know the words to Goofy song. Alright, if I speed, I'll just catch up to everybody and have to ride their ass. Let's not do that. Oh, man. It's so easy with events like this to fall into like that mindset of, oh, there's, you know, I have to hit stops, there's checkpoints, there's markers, there's boxes to check, and like really just like hyper focus on, you know, I gotta get to this stop and the next stop and the next stop. Luckily I'm only doing one today, but like, you know, just feel like, you know, I'm riding for the destination when really I should be riding for the ride today. I don't have anywhere to be. You know, this ride is going to take me less than an hour to get to. It's not like I'm trying to, you know, hit this one and 3 more before nightfall and camp and then, you know, do a whole thing. It's not what we're doing here. And I just kind of fall into that mindset of like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get home, and I'm going to do this. And I got to just let that go and forget about what's going on at home. Which I just really need to get better about. So I just need to chill, relax, and just take in the sights. Like this river, I bet you it is cold as all hell right now with snow melt. It is full. The way they got this berm up here, it makes me think that maybe it overflows at some point. I don't really see any indication that it gets too much taller than it is right now. There's some spots that look like if it did just a few inches, it might get a little swampy, but I am just right on the edge of this. This is an awesome ride. This guy going? Oh, historical site ahead. Boop, boop. We're gonna learn today. Oh, there's cars at it. Boysen National Forest. Oh, we got another sign here. We actually will learn today. Fire danger. Nothing. What do we got? Grimes Creek. Named for George Grimes, who, with Moses Splon, led the party which on August 2nd, 1862, made the strike that started the Boise Basin Gold Rush. The party was searching for a rich basin described to Splon a year earlier by an Indian. Farther up this creek, they found the gold they were looking for. A few days later, Grimes was killed at Grimes Pass. It was blamed on Indians, and his partners had to bury him in a prospect hole nearby. Wonder if his grave's up the road here. I don't know. So he's got a creek and a pass named after him? Shit. Cool. The more you know. I'm telling you, we're going to stop at every single one of those we see. On this whole series. If it says historical marker, we're doing it. Just people walking, enjoying the land. Man, I know I'm gonna be enjoying a nice sandwich when I get up here. Welcome to Idaho City. Oh man, look at that. That looks romantic AF. Have to check that out sometime. Come up here in the winter. Some snow on the ground, but not too much. Got to be able to get here. Be a neat little getaway. Not much going on here, which is kind of nice. Probably would be a little refreshing. If you can't tell, I really want to get out of the city. One day. I don't know where, I don't know when. But I will escape the hustle and the bustle. Oh, now we're entering Idaho City. Well, which one was it? Was it that sign back there? Or this sign right here? Historical site ahead. I don't see it. Oh, it's probably the thing we're supposed to take. It's the veterans thing we're supposed to take a picture in front of. It has to be that. Unless it's this post office. I bet you it's this post office. All right, we gonna learn today. What's it say? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Idaho City, this roaring metropolis, was founded early in October 1862, about 10 weeks after gold was discovered in Boise Basin. By the next summer, this was the largest city in the Northwest, with 6,275 people, 5,691 of them men. It sounds awful. Families followed, okay, it got better, and respectable businesses, schools, libraries, and good theaters. Churches and fraternal orders came soon. The town survived several disastrous fires and remained an important mining center until the war shut down gold production in 1942. Huh, interesting. The roaring metropolis. I can't tell if they meant at the time it was a roaring metropolis or if it's just sarcasm. Oh, there we go. Trudy's Kitchen. We are going there today. Good Google reviews. I'm getting myself a sandwich. Looks a little busy. It's probably one of the only places open in town today. You know how those roaring metropolises are, right? Alright. Yeah, it's busy. It's busy around here. Neat. It's a cool little town. Trading post. Home boutique. The mercantile. Oh, here we are, right here on the left. Here is our little landmark. There she is. Cool. All right, let's go get some grub. Hop into the Trudy's. Freaking the VW crew's out today. What is going on? That was something a couple months ago I was on just a hankering for, was a VW bus. I don't know why. I think it was just winter time where motorcycle camping wasn't going to be a thing, and I was all about, I need a bus to turn into a camper van. Alright, let's figure out what's going on in here. Alright, let's find out if it's good. And it was. All in all, super great day. Nice riding, super relaxing. We checked a box for this Grand Tour stuff. I hope to turn this into a multi-part series where I take you on tour with me. So the goal is finisher, which I think for me is going to mean 12 stops. So we've done one. We'll have to find some time to do the rest. Planning a route. There's a kind of a nice little loop where I can hit 4 in a long weekend, or just starting early on a Saturday, come home on a Sunday. So that'll probably be the next one in June. And yeah, I'll keep making videos till then. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Peace. Feel the attraction.